Most of this I've already seen to an extent. I didn't watch the full showcase, but what I did do was click on some of the trailers and the gameplay footage that they released separately for each of the individual games. So that's essentially what we're going to do here, is just sort of jump through and look at a few different items and, see what we think. Now, as I've mentioned many times before, I own an Xbox Series S console, but it's been packed away for years, and lately I've just been playing games on my Mac, anything that comes to the Mac App Store natively. However, I do have very good internet connection now. That's great. So in theory, I should be able to play cloud gaming with really good experience. So we might play a bunch of these games via cloud gaming if it's available. And this is an absolute must play. This is the new Gears game that's coming out, Gears E-Day, I believe it's called.
Get inside now.
The gameplay, of course, looks like Gears. I mean, there's nothing necessarily new here, but it looks really clean.
Reloading.
I was trying to explain to someone just today, actually, what Gears sort of reminds me of. Like, if you were to take other games and what other games would you use, very popular ones, to describe this game? This is sort of, Resident Evil meets Halo gameplay style, but then it's got Doom's just over-the-top gore effects, right? That's sort of the three games I would kind of merge together into this one. Now, this one has third-person perspective. That's the only thing I would say with Doom and Halo, where it sets itself apart right here, is that it's third-person. Again, classic Gears gameplay here, which is good. When you have a series like this, where it's beloved, you don't want to take it too far away from what people really enjoy.
We return to Gears. So today,
really great studio they have here for the effects in the background. I really like that.
It will be an Xbox console exclusive.
Okay.
Enjoy the show.
I got to give her credit, because when she came on as CEO, I was a bit nervous, especially her coming from the AI side. What could that mean for the game industry at Xbox? But ever since she has come, I don't think there's been any poor decisions on her part. No poor strategic decisions. It seems like a lot of people online are celebrating all the things that have been occurring ever since she took over from Phil Spencer. But I mean, people have to keep in mind that all of these things that we're seeing here, these were decisions that were in the pipeline well over a year, possibly well over 2 years, right? So, it's hard to say whether it's actually her influence or this is just leftovers of Phil Spencer's influence on Xbox. So I think the more telling thing is going to be, where is Xbox going to be, 2-3 years from now with her at the helm? Right now, I don't think it's not the right time to be like, okay, Xbox is back. We're really liking the direction that this new CEO is taking us in. We have to give that time. But I will give her credit. She has made some decisions. Again, I'm not sure if they were necessarily her decisions or if they were decisions that Phil had and he sort of passed them on to her, for her to basically be the figurehead to announce them so that they're attached to her. But regardless, ever since she has come, things do feel like they're moving in a positive direction. This here, obviously, is the new Fable game. Fable is one of Xbox's biggest IPs, next to things like Halo and Forza and Gears. This one here is, I did play the earlier Fable games way back when. There hasn't been one for a long time. But these aren't really my style of games. They're way too involved. There's some people who love this type of game. It's massive world and just your freedom to basically do anything that you want to do. And there was a time in my life where I did enjoy that, but when you get older and you just don't really have much time to sit down, you sort of gravitate more towards these, micro experiences, games where the story is very linear for the most part, because you only have so long to sit down. You don't want to you don't really want to spend a lot of time trying to explore a world, and you know, maybe you sit down to play a game, and by the time, you know, an hour has passed, you've gotten nowhere in the game because it's just so massive, right? So I find myself, as I'm getting older, I gravitate a lot more to these, these contained experiences like Halo and like Gears. So this one here very specifically said it's coming to Xbox Cloud. Interesting that Gears did not say that. Now let's just see what comes up next here. They've done 2 big IPs right off the start. Gears. Oh, okay, we're getting Halo. Okay, this event is very front loaded here.
The Chief.
So funny story about this game here. When Xbox was showing off the new 25th anniversary Xbox Series X console, they have a Halo clip. It's this game, right? This new Halo game, and they called it Halo Campaign Evolved. And that was what it said on the screen. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, did they just mess up? Is this supposed to be a Combat Evolved? Did they write campaign instead of combat? And I was about to comment on the video and say, how come nobody's talking about the fact that they wrote the wrong thing? And then I was like, I better not write that until I look up. Like, I don't want to look like an idiot. And then I look up online, and I had no idea that this game was in production. I had no idea they're remaking the original Halo game. I mean, this is wild, and it looks amazing.
On the clock.
Like, this is, like, again, next to Gears, 100% I'm playing this game. 100%. It looks amazing.
They always get complicated.
Oh my god, you can even fly. What? I don't remember seeing that in the trailer I watched. This one says right here, Xbox Play Anywhere and an Xbox Cloud. So that one's definitely going to be playable. This is crazy. These what are we on here? The 4th game here. So these first 4 games, like these trailers and graphics, is freaking wild, man. Like go back 8 to 10 years ago, if someone had seen this, they'd be like losing their mind to think like this is so close to a movie. It doesn't even look like a game anymore. We're entering into the world of basically photorealism in video games.
Look at this place. It's mad.
Which makes me question, you know, we need to move on from the current generation of consoles, because there's no way they're going to be able to keep up with this. In fact, it reminds me of a colleague of mine who she was playing a bunch of the Resident Evil games on her Xbox Series S, and she said some of them were really struggling on the Series S. I mean, that technically is the current generation for Xbox. So, I mean, it's about time we got to move on now. We need more power. Yeah, I don't know anything about this game. This is another one coming to Xbox Cloud, so I'm not gonna complain. Maybe it's one I check out. Probably not, though. Again, limited time, so I'm gonna be focusing on the big first-party titles on Xbox. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, okay, I was gonna say, I believe this is the Metro game. Definitely want to take a look at this. This is another absolute day one purchase. And it better be available via cloud gaming. If it's not, and it's also not available on Mac in some form, then I might have to plug in the Xbox. I might have to plug in the Xbox just for this game.
From you promised a brighter future. Drowns you deeper in lies. I won't stop until the Führer burns with him.
I think I mentioned this last time that I watched a trailer for this game, but oh my god, it's coming to Xbox Cloud and Play Anywhere. Thank you so much, 4A Games and Deep Silver. I think I mentioned this last time that I watched a trailer for the new Metro game, but I would really, really like to read the Metro books. I'm just very nervous. I know they have been translated, I'm assuming from Russian, and I'm just worried that, you know, I have this sort of idea of what the Metro is based on the video games that I've been playing, and I'm worried that the books won't, you know, live up to this this experience that I've had, or this expectation that I have for the games. And going into the books now, I feel like it's not fair to the books. If I had read the books first, then that would have been fine. But if I read the books now after playing all the Metro games, I'm just worried I'm going in with this expectation that they're going to be very similar to the games, and I suspect that that's not the case. I believe this game is about a magpie, by the way. You play as a magpie, it looks really cute. Smaller experience, probably has puzzles and stuff like that. Not really for me. Yeah, so we're going to jump ahead now. I believe the next one here is Doom. So the Doom games are definitely one of my favorites as well. That should go without saying, just given the style of games that I like, fast-paced, action-packed. It goes without saying, Doom is exactly that. I haven't played, I believe it's the last Doom game, so the last one that came out, which is a bit upsetting. I should probably go and play that. Problem is that I have no way of playing it. I don't believe it's available via cloud gaming, so I would need to actually play it on the Xbox. And I don't really want to do that. So hopefully this new one is going to be supported with cloud gaming so I can try it on my Mac.
I am not your enemy. I am your way out.
This right here, this is what I'm coming for. This is it. Fast-paced, adrenaline high. Give it to me. That's exactly what I want. This is exactly what Doom should be. Man, flying around here with this grappling hook, that's wild. It's interesting how a lot of games in the past little while have adopted the grappling hook as this sort of, it's like a mainstay. You go through these sort of phases in the gaming industry where it's all these other games, they're adopting this grappling hook mechanic. Great, let's put it in our game too. And then all of a sudden you see all these games adopt the same mechanic. This game's coming out real soon, in 1 month. I'm assuming that's July 7th. Yeah, okay, cloud, that is what I want to see. Great. Is this Crazy Taxi? Yeah, it is. Okay. This is going to be another must play for me. I really hope it's available via cloud gaming as well. So I haven't played a Crazy Taxi game in a long time. It reminds me of Sunset Overdrive. I know it's a completely different game, completely different play style, but it has that sort of color and vibe to it. It has that Sunset Overdrive vibe. And I really like that. It also reminds me, and now we're coming to the actual play style, it also reminds me of that Simpsons games. I can't remember what it was called, but the one where you would drive around in the Simpsons game. Same sort of gameplay style. Okay, so this next one is another, I wouldn't say it's a big one, but it is one I'm pretty excited about. I may or may not play this, but if I can find some time, I would like to sit down with it. When the first one of these came out, I was actually pretty hyped by it. It's basically if you take Minecraft and turn it into a Diablo game, which I think is a really cool idea. So I was pretty excited about this when it came out the first time around, the first Minecraft Dungeons. I did play it quite a bit. I put in several hours into it. The issue I had with it is I didn't really feel like it was fun, but I felt like, I don't know, it didn't, unlike games like Diablo or Path of Exile, like those types of games, there's so much replayability, there's so much to explore and collect, and they have seasonal content and leaderboards and all of this stuff that just keeps you wanting, to come back to the game. I found this one, Minecraft Dungeons, yes, they're kind of copying the action RPG style, the top-down, isometric ARPG style, but it didn't have those elements that made you want to keep coming back to it. You play it for a little bit, you experience it, and then you're like, yeah, I feel like I got everything that I want from the game. And it was missing that key element to make you want to keep coming back for more. Available on cloud, good, great to see. That one actually is on Game Pass as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, admirers of the mystery.
Okay, So I believe this is a brand new IP. I don't believe there's any series or anything else here. You know, oftentimes when new games come out, they look like something else, right? They all sort of have a similar sort of gameplay style. You know, if it's a shooter, it's a shooter. If it's a, you know, action adventure, it's an action adventure, etc., etc. But every so often a new game comes out and it's like, it's almost like a genre defining game. And I'm not necessarily saying that that's what this is, but it is very unique, I would say. It's almost like the actual vibe of the game from what we're seeing here reminds me a lot of BioShock. But the gameplay sort of reminds me of BioShock mixed with Hogwarts Legacy, maybe?
Run.
Yeah, so again, it reminds me a lot of BioShock, but you're a magician. You are using your wand and magic to, I have no idea, survive this world, this crazy BioShock-like world. But I gotta tell you, this looks really cool, and I've never seen anything quite like this.
I'll see you soon.
Very happy this one is coming to cloud, and it's also on Game Pass. I think that one for me is also a day one. Play it day one with Game Pass. You know what? I think we have I think this is another one where I was like, I watched the trailer and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, holy crap, how is Xbox coming out with all these games? They all look so good. And this one here is another one that's sort of, it's a bit unique, I would say. I mean, it's not, I wouldn't say it's earth-shattering or anything, but it does have some unique vibes to it. When I first watched the gameplay of this, it made me think of, what is that other game where you're playing as Pinocchio or whatever it is, the puppet? Oh, it's going to drive me nuts now. It's available on Mac. I can't remember what the hell it's called.
Terrible and divine. To destroy your enemies.
I can't think of it. That's going to drive me nuts. But that's it. I think this is sort of, I don't know if it's fair to say it's a Souls-like game. I'm not sure. It seems to have that play style at times. Like here, this sort of reminds me of a Souls-like game. It's a bit more methodical. It's a bit slower. The attacks are very big. Right, I would say that, but this here, this doesn't remind me of a Souls game. The traversal mechanics are not Souls-like. The traversal mechanics are much quicker, but then the combat seems Souls-like, which I don't really enjoy. I'm not someone who likes Souls games.
For your emperor.
So basically, we are Napoleon in this sort of alternative crazy world. I have no idea. This one also coming to cloud, also coming to Game Pass. Again, another probably one I'll probably want to pick up. I mean, all you have to do is subscribe to Game Pass and give it a go. You got nothing to lose, right? So I was going to skip over this, but this deserves me at least watching the trailer here. Probably won't play the game, but this was one of my favorite game series growing up when I was much younger. On the PlayStation. It's interesting seeing it on the Xbox because I'm pretty sure it was, at a time at least, it was an exclusive to PlayStation. But I really enjoyed these games a lot growing up. I think I was playing, I remember, man, I don't know, I think the last time I remember playing a Spyro game was on the PlayStation Portable, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it looks great. It looks just like, you know, the old games, you know, it's very nostalgic. Again, I probably won't be playing, oh my god, and it's coming to Xbox Cloud as well. Again, I remember those games being exclusive. I'm pretty sure they were exclusive to PlayStation, so it's a bit interesting seeing it on Xbox. Let's see, what is this here?
It's my kind of night. Alarms are ringing.
Oh yeah, okay, so this is another one that really caught my eye. Again, sort of has that, I don't know if it's a Bioshock vibe as much as the Magician one. It has it a little bit, I would say. It's steampunk for sure.
Let me introduce you to some of my esteemed colleagues.
Even my schemes have schemes.
Well, I certainly don't expect any trouble from some of Avalon's most disposable citizens.
See, it's stuff like this right here that kind of gives me those Bioshock vibes. Those Big Daddy vibes. But I'm not sure. Like, Bioshock wasn't steampunk, was it? I don't think so. Again, sort of has those, like looking at that right there, sort of has this Bioshock-like vibe. And it is going to be a day one Game Pass as well. But what does that mean? Does that mean it's coming to Xbox Cloud? I have no idea.
Original experience full of intriguing characters,
Mr. Booty.
incredible world building, and it's an Xbox console exclusive coming in 2027. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is a milestone year for us as we celebrate 25 years with you, and we're excited about our lineup of iconic games.
I would say you should be excited. I mean, this is one of the best lineup of games I've seen out of Xbox in years. I mean, you have the biggest IPs all coming out relatively soon or have already released. You have the new Forza game that was taking place in Japan, which was a great choice. You have a new Halo game on the way. I mean, I know it's a remake, it's an older game, but it looks like a brand new Halo game, frankly. You have the new Gears of War game, looks amazing. You have a brand new Fable game on the way, like holy crap. And you have all these other amazing looking games. You have that Napoleon game, you have that Clockwork game we just saw that is a console exclusive. Like there's so much that looks really, really good. Like this is an amazing lineup from Xbox here.
Reimagined in a way that only Call of Duty can deliver.
Oh, and okay, they're ending off with the new Call of Duty as well. So I did watch this trailer. I'm a bit confused. So, like, I might as well preface this by saying, I haven't played a Call of Duty game in probably well over a decade. And the reason why, and maybe I'm wrong, but the reason why is because I feel like Call of Duty games have put all of their time into the multiplayer, competitive end of their gameplay. And I'm not interested in that. Watching this trailer here, clearly this is not competitive multiplayer. There is a story here. I believe it's taking place in Ukraine here, if I'm not mistaken, or Russia or whatever. It's basically where Chernobyl is. Again, I could be wrong. I'm just pretty sure that's the DMZ that they're referring to here. But I know when I was watching the trailer for this, I looked at some of the comments down below, and a bunch of people were upset because they called this a gameplay trailer, and yet there isn't really any gameplay. You're in like a spectator mode.
Hey, fuck the HVT. Let's just go to Expo. Fuck.
I got you, man. You good?
Yep. Let's just get out of here.
All right. Let me get some ammo.
Yep.
Wait a second. Why did he drag him back into the elevator only to then leave the elevator? Again, it's very confusing for me. I mean, this guy just got sniped. How are you alive? It's very confusing for me because, again, my understanding of Call of Duty is that, the campaign is very secondary. Maybe it's not even secondary. Maybe it's like tertiary to all the other experiences in Call of Duty. And this one actually looks like, a pretty complete story or campaign of some sort here. I don't know. Hard to tell.
Get your ass to the roof right now.
Copy.
Go.
Yeah, okay, so it says there campaign and multiplayer, but how much of the development time went into the campaign? How long is the campaign? That's what I want to know. because I'm not going to download that game. I guess maybe I won't be downloading, it'll be cloud gaming. But, you know, I'm not even going to load up the game if, like, the campaign's over in 2 hours. Like, what the hell's the point? I'll just go back and play Gears of War for a second time. So I think this is the end. I think that was the last thing that they showed off here. This is something else, but yeah. So I'm pretty excited by everything that Xbox showed off in this event here. I think it looks amazing. I'm very excited about Gears, as we're seeing here, but Halo 2, all of this stuff just looks really cool. I'm pretty pumped, and seeing that most of these games are coming to cloud gaming is phenomenal. I'm going to give them a go on my Mac. As crazy as that sounds, you know, if I can get everything to play on my Mac, that's where I'm going to play it. I'm going to call it here. I have a whole bunch of other videos I do want to make. You know, I'm sitting down now. I'm here. I'm ready to go. I got the mic out. We might as well pump out a whole bunch of videos because there's probably another couple weeks of busy work coming for me. So now's the time to pump them out. And I figured I can also sit down for a little while and play some more Dredge. So that's coming up as well. But this is it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. See you later.